Welcome back to Toxic Grind. This time we're again just moving on to another level. This is kind of the part in the game where the plot really is just that darn Jason, he keeps surviving.
What a rascally rabbit.
And actually this time we're not going to go with any custom soundtracks because the music track for this next level is so amazing and how, I guess, weird it is. I mean, it's not all abstract. It's not like or something, but it's definitely not what you think of when you think an extreme sports game.
I sure would.
Sort of like... Oh, whoa. This is kind of cool, actually. Yeah, it's like a wind...
What the hell?
Yeah.
Woodwind. A woodwind.
Feels like
it's like an obstacle course.
I want to find a table and just stand on it and just start
Watch your
kicking my
back,
legs around.
cover your fears. The acid moat will singe your tears.
I often have a seizure. I have a seizure while I say
know
rhymes,
that I
too.
nitpick the tiniest stuff, but the
Owned.
acid moat is probably the least deadly thing in this level. Next to
Yeah, you
those.
just got stabbed in the back.
Yeah, I got stabbed in the back.
Yet you're still alive.
Yeah. I gotta say, for that whole die 3 times and the level's over and you've actually died thing, Jason takes a lot of punishment.
He does. I mean, he should have been dead.
You can technically get hit by as much as you want, as long as you get adrenaline and lower your toxin meter back down, you know?
Yeah.
Just try not to think about it all that much.
But, you know, I'm gonna nitpick too, but if this is the future, then shouldn't his Nintendo DS flip-open phone thing have a lot better video reception? I mean, it's just, every call comes in and it's all flickering and staticky.
Well, Ariana is broadcasting, you know, on the run. She's probably got like a 10G hotspot, but still.
Phone bars!
He has a shitty, like, phone, whatever the heck. Is it a phone or whatever?
I love looking at games and movies that came out like in the past and what they think future technology is going to look like, and it always looks so much worse than we have right now, you know?
I know. Well, I mean...
Well, to be fair, this came out, like, what, the end of the 90s?
No, 2002.
Was it?
Yeah.
Yeah, it's an Xbox game.
It's an Xbox
you know?
game. If it was like 98 or something, I'd be like,
this
whoa.
was... Yeah, it came out in like the era of like, you know, new metal.
What do you think, this is Dreamcast graphics? Come on now.
Yeah, the Dreamcast has good graphics for some games.
Yeah. So,
like Crazy Taxi.
Yeah. Which would be a better soundtrack for, you know, a game like this? A soundtrack completely consisting of like new metal, or a soundtrack completely consisting of Irish jig music that turns into new metal, kind of.
To say Irish jig new metal.
Feels like I'm gonna go onto getmetal.org and find like one band that fits that description.
All faith and be God, God is dead!
Yeah. You know, there's
And
all
it's
that like Norwegian black metal about Vikings or something. There's probably some like, well, there is folk metal, but not like
that fucking camera.
Yeah.
Every time you crash, the camera just sort of tries to do a flip.
And I didn't really notice it during any of the recordings. I only really noticed it, like looking back at the videos. But like every time I crash, my bike just goes flying. And so I hope next time I crash, that'll really show it.
You know, the only game I can think of that actually, like most games when you wreck, your bike just comes back to you. But if you ever played Road Rash on like Genesis, you'd have to go run after your bike when you wrecked.
Fun fact, due to wood shortage, clubs made out of baby seals.
Wah, wah, wah.
2002, that was that the joke of the times? Like,
I guess.
I thought that showed up more recently than that.
I don't know. I read it in a Goosebumps book when I was a kid.
What?
What?
Yes, that joke.
Like,
I read.
Like, if it was a Goosebumps book, all I can imagine is that was like a serious situation and probably the bad guy.
No, well, I mean,
like
it was in one of the Goosebumps 2000 books, so it was in the 2000s. So yeah.
It wasn't part of the real Goosebumps canon. You know, come back to me when you've got an appreciation for that real R.L. Stein.
Or R.L. Stein's Ghost Riders.
Yeah. But all I can imagine now is, like, Johnny is just an ordinary boy with an ordinary family, but he happens to have a toy that is, I don't know, a stuffed dead baby seal that happens to be alive.
That sounds terrifying.
It sounds about as terrifying as what Goosebumps got up to.
I don't know. There was that one episode where that girl was a pig
Yeah.
on the TV show. That was kind of scary because the pig costume was so bad.
And there was that one where the kid was like, he turned into a werewolf or something. And it was basically Teen Wolf in novel form.
I know.
Oh, man. Viewers, if any of you have not heard of Blogger Beware, please go to that website and look it up. It's like hilarious reviews of every single Goosebumps book. It's amazing.
Do it.
Yeah.
To sell propane, you must become propane.
Yeah. So, how many times have I fallen in the acid mode?
0 once. I wasn't paying attention. We were
man.
talking about Goosebumps.
These recordings, like I really wish I got that night to just, launch me off my bike, like
Yeah.
would happen every other time. But I guess I became too good, Anyone else ever have that problem?
Yeah.
Just
I haven't.
go
I'm
ahead.
sorry.
Go ahead.
Well, this was about the level. Now, I haven't played it, so I don't know if it's actually fun, but it looks more fun than the last one.
Yeah, no
mean,
bottomless pits. If you have to go, like, vertical, it makes sense,
It has some medieval death traps, and we all know medieval death traps are pretty cool.
And actually, so there's this castle in front of us, right? And
Yeah.
we have to wall ride the shield to get inside of it. And you don't actually need to go in the castle. And the first time I played through, I didn't, because I ended up completing all the objectives before going in there. But after some trial and error, I kind of got in there, I guess. And there is a ton of power-ups and stuff.
Oh, shit.
Whoa!
It's like in those video games where they put like an armory right in front of the final
Yeah.
boss or something.
I know. It's like either that or this is like their weapons storage for
Yeah.
the BMX Armageddon.
Yeah.
BMX
look how many
Armageddon
men-
sounds like it would be a good game.
Yeah, like the world is ending, you have to ride around, sort of like whatever the fuck that game was called. Jeez, I'm betting 1,000 when it comes to my games.
What, like an
books and movies tonight.
Armageddon game?
Well, it's that one game where you have to deliver the cargo and you're driving the trucks.
I can't think of a specific game. all
Big
about
rigs
that.
over the road racing.
Yeah, yeah.
Yeah, and Big Rigs Over the Road Racing. Actually, the entire world was ending, or it had already ended, and that's why there was no one else in the level.
That's why
you
if
guys
you went in
ever,
reverse, you
Yeah.
Did you ever see the group of blog people who worshipped the rigs and made a religion based on the game?
We're still talking about Big Rigs, right?
Yes, it's one of the greatest blogs you can ever find. I think it's defunct now, but man, it's just they worship the 4 holy rigs of whatever the shit they're called. I know the Mega one, the Thunderbolt, the Sunrise W12, and Thunder. Yeah, I know them all. Sad.
That was so
Wow.
amazing what you just said that I just had to take another swig of this awful Arizona tea mucho mango juice.
You see, it's awful, but you can't stop drinking it. Arizona plug.
Yeah, at least it's not like completely carbonated soda water, with nothing.
it's
not
no
Yeah.
Soda
terrible.
Shack.
Yeah, it's no Soda Stream.
Yeah, I had a Soda Stream. Soda Streams are annoying because it's impossible to get the perfect amount of carbonation in syrup. So they always end up tasting like you had a bunch of ice in the soda and it melted, or you're drinking fresh syrup, or it's gone flat.
Actually, Tinker, he got a Soda Stream. Like, his family got one from some other family's garage sale or something. And he brought it over, and we thought it was all cool, because he had, like, all these different flavors and such. And, we thought it would be cool. It's like, hey, free soda. And then he turned it on, and I guess maybe in the newer models this isn't as bad, I don't know, but at least in the older models to actually carbonate it, it was so loud. Like,
Yeah,
he
it's
put
like,
it in, it's
boom.
like, "Rrrr!" And we're like, holy shit. Like, he brought over, like, maybe 10 times, and every time he turned it on, the whole room just got startled and went quiet. And don't drink SodaStream.
Yeah, it's not good. We had a newer model, so it wasn't that loud, but again, it's impossible to get it to taste that good.
Glad to hear.
Oh yeah, there was a game going on.
Yeah. So, Sherwood Forest, pretty cool, right? So here's another boss battle.
Oh boy.
Nice job! You've just made it farther than anyone, which means I don't have much info on the remaining sets. I'll get you what I can, but the Goon Squad is on our heels.
Forget the info. Just keep running. If I lose...
Then Baldy keeps clogging the airwaves and using TV for his own twisted gain. If you win, it could mean the end of the show. A first step.
There she is! Get her!
Ariana, you need...
Save it. Just win.
For 2 years, that little maggot has been interrupting my show. Mostly it's been annoying. But I have to say, you two have quite the soap opera going. It fills me with the urge to vomit.
Blast, when this is all over, I'm gonna shove this bike straight up your...
Please, this is a family show. And who better to teach you some manners than our newest defender? Ladies and gentlemen, please welcome our newest defender. He's ready to rule the airwaves on tonight's edition of Toxic Grind. Let's hear it for Animal! Interest is waning. This animal punk had better be worth the trade.
And I want, and I need, and I love.
So,
Animal.
this animal I have become. So, yeah.
You know, who did our main character's voice acting? Because I keep expecting him to say, "Gee, it sure is boring around here."
I'm glad that you ask.
I just wonder what Blast is up to.
I'm pretty sure that this is Ryan Drummond, who, once again, voiced Sonic the Hedgehog in Sonic Adventure 1 and 2.
No way. Because there was actual emoting going on there. Or at least emoting that matched.
Okay.
And not
Here are the 5...
Link.
Okay, this battle, I just do the same exact thing and I win really quickly. So here's the 5 voice actor credits in the manual. Ashley Esqueda, John St. John, Greg Thal, Ryan Drummond, and Kai Wilhelmsen. And,
John St. John is pretty cool.
And only one of those is a woman, so we know who Ashley did. We're pretty sure John St. John was the bad guy. No idea who Greg Thal or Kai Wilhelmsen are in real life, so I guess they could have been Jason, but Ryan sounds sort of, familiar enough. Like he could have been it. I don't know. Also, Ryan gets 4th billing, so, yeah. So we did that pretty quickly. We did all the cheap strats. We, did those stalls where you just do the same thing over and over, and now we have 10 rider stats. And okay, yeah, I'm going to have to say, landing stat does make a difference. In the next few levels, I land more stuff than I think I should, and this is why I've been saving up the bike points. We get a new bike, and now I can completely max out the stats on it. Cheer for me.
Sweet.
Oh boy. You've got a fully maxed gravy train.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Gravy train.
Nice name.
You're going off the rails on a gravy train.
That sounds delicious.
That's actually a pretty good representation of my life. So, we have a lot of stats now. We have a really high landing stat. We have completely full bike stats. And I gotta say, if I sound excited, it's because this actually made the next few levels pretty fun. So, yeah, me in the past, me of the first few episodes, upgrading your bike does do a lot. So I'm going to be getting sicker air than you have ever seen before. I'm going to be pulling the sickest tricks, and I will be getting fucking ripped. So, I'll see you guys next time on Toxic Grind when we go to the Metro Terminus.
Boom.
Zing.
Yeah.